Jeffrey Gundlach says if investors want to know where interest rates are headed, don't pay attention to the Federal Reserve. Instead, he says investors should look at the bond market.
The Fed funds implied rate by the yield curve, the Treasury yield curve, has really become remarkable, where we see that the bond market pricing shows that the Fed is not going to make it to 5%. They're going to make it just under 5% by May or June.
Bloomberg's Dani Burger joins us for more. So, Dani, what is the bond market telling us, and how does this all play out?
Well, it would just so happen, Matt, that I have a chart in front of me that shows what we're pricing in. So you have the Fed, the median projection from their latest dots is 5.1 for a terminal rate, but the market is pricing in 4.9%. The bigger disconnect probably is what happens after that. The Fed has continued to say that they're probably going to hold around that level while the bond market starts to cut. Now, it's not just Jeffrey Gundlach that's saying that, obviously, because people are pricing that in. It really is a lot of bond managers who have come out and said that. Jupiter, for example, they think Treasury yields could go to 2% as the Fed faces a recession and needs to cut. Of course, on the other side of things, people who aren't necessarily dealing directly in the bond market or aren't themselves, like Jamie Dimon, he said yesterday on Fox Business that perhaps they will need to go above 5%. But here's the thing, is because the market has started to price this in for the first time in some time, we have no longer restrictive financial conditions. If you take a look at the Bloomberg FCON index, it's the first time since April that we are now into easy territory. And this is why Powell yesterday raised some eyebrows, not because of what he said, but because of what he didn't say. He didn't push back against the rally in the bond market, in the equity market that's caused easier conditions. So whether he meant to or not, some folks did interpret that as an implicit endorsement of the rally we've seen of someone like Jeffrey Gundlach.